guys, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but me and my wife, girlfriend, fiance just made a trip to the States, and long story, I had a few things I wanted to order for my Excaliburs, a couple extra battery pods. That's your original submersible battery. I also got one of the pods that hold the AA batteries, and the reason is because mine, after a while, start to rust out inside the metal. I also order extra battery packs from Max Packs. I've already used one of these before. They work great. They last longer than the originals. So I was hoping maybe I could put this inside this one and seal it up and actually make it another good battery. But I always need one as a spare. I also got some extra parts for my connection from the Excalibur, from the battery that connects here to the battery packs. They always rust out on me, they go bad. So I grabbed a couple from Enoch at Ikelite, and if anybody's interested, I can show you guys or tell y'all where to get them, part numbers, what have you. So I got me a couple extra connectors for to replace on my Excalibur. Both of them are going bad. They tend to scratch and then they rust out. So it's just extra parts. And so I had a pretty cool thing happen. About a year and a half ago, I found an old metal detector on island, and it's at a garage sale. Some friends of mine actually found it and they bought it. Well, it was a old Garrett Pulse XL500. It was the original to the Sea Hunter. So anyway, what happened is since we went to Texas, I took it in because Garrett's main office is there in Dallas. So when I went in, I spoke to a lady named Sue. They were more than willing to put the unit that I had on the service table and replace the batteries. They tested it for me. They said the batteries were bad in it, and it was going to cost me like $40 for the battery pack, and I don't know, I think it was like $30 or $40 for labor, and they were going to do it right there for me. So in my mind, I kind of already made up that I said I was going to just fix it and try to get by with it for a little bit, just to try a PI, because I don't have a pulse induction machine. All I run is Excaliburs. And so I went ahead and told her just to fix it. She offered me a pretty cool deal that I could trade that in, the original one, and it was messed up. I had everything for it. I had all the coils. I had 2 coils for it at the house. I had the headphones for it, the shaft, everything. All I took in was the unit though, because I just wanted them to replace the battery packs. It was old. The machine itself, I think she said, was made in 1988, so it's a pretty old machine. The plexiglass glass case had cracked on it, so I couldn't get it wet. And she offered me 35% off a new machine. Well, that was pretty awesome. So I had already made up my mind I was just going to fix it and use it for a little bit. But so they fixed it for me. My bill was like $88 or $89. And she called me on the phone, and we were eating lunch there in Dallas. I told her I'd be there. They closed at 4:30, and so when we went back to pick up the machine, I'd had enough time to think about it. It's like, that's a pretty good deal, because I could get me a brand new Garrett Sea Hunter Mark II for I think I walked out of the door with it for $540 with tax. So it was total $540. It was actually $4 or $520. I think the detector cost me $480 from her, which was a sweet deal. And when I went back, I told her I had thought about it, and she laughed and she said, I will void what we just did on the old one if you still want that deal. And of course I said yes. So I have me a brand new Garrett Sea Hunter Mark II. I have not opened it yet. I've had it in the back of the truck for about 3 days. And I'm having to do this in the hotel room because we fly back to Ireland tomorrow. And if I were to take this back as it is in the box, brand new, I would also have to pay 24% duty on it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open it and make it look like it's been mine and put it in my bag and take it as a carry-on. Some of you may not realize, but any time that we take anything back on island that's new, like clothes or shoes, well, shoes I think are actually not, anything that we take back on island that's new, we have to pay a duty on it. We have to pay a percentage of tax on that, which is usually 24% or 20%. So, you know, I'm not paying 24% on this. I'm just going to go ahead and take it out of the box and do my little review here. I've actually already, the people at Garrett are really awesome as well. She stayed there at 4:30. I was the last one to leave. She locked me out the door, and it was really nice though. I tried to put my hands on their new ATXL or whatever the military grade metal detector is, and it was still in lockdown. It was in the back, but I couldn't see it. It hadn't been released yet, and they don't have it out on display as of now. I really wanted to look at that though. Anyway, she gave me a sweet deal on the detector, so we went ahead and got one. This will be my first PI I've ever had. So I did try one on in their store, in their showroom, and it's a really nice machine. I have a problem with my elbow because I swing so much, but when I put this in and tried it, it was a lot more comfortable than the Infinium, and I think I'm going to like this. I'm ready to give it. I had a dream about it the other night. I was already finding gold with it, so I'm pretty excited about that. So here's what we got. They got their CD that comes here with it. The belt mount looks like maybe a little fines pouch. All my connections. Another little service manual. It's your warranty card. It's packaged up very nicely. Pretty firm box. Shaft itself here. The waterproof headphones, little cable protector on there, it looks like. Just to looks nice. I have an extra set already at the house. That was nice because she knew I had 2 extra coils and an extra set of headphones that went with the one I traded in, but she was happy with just taking the box. The lady's name was Sue. She was super nice. Garrett seemed like really nice people. I've had problems with my MindLab. I don't like MindLab service. They seem like they just try to get over on you all the time, and I'm kind of over them. So we're going with a different company. So the main box itself, it's pretty light as it is. It's not very heavy. 8 AA's in it will add weight, but it's pretty nice. I've already checked it out, man. It's a pretty cool machine. It's nice looking. So set this here. Other part of your shaft. Probably a little dive shaft here if you wanted to just have a short shaft on it. And the coil. No, I'm not certain. I'm not certain that my coils I have at the house will fit. I'm pretty sure they're the same connectors, but you know, for what I have right here, it was really nice for the price she gave it to me. I was really excited about it. So, anyway, I hope the video turns out all right. I had a few issues with my GoPro cameras also right before I left. For some reason, I did the update on the GoPros and it just didn't want to accept or acknowledge the USB plugged into it anymore, so I can't charge the batteries. I did order a external battery charger for this from Wasabi Batteries. It came with the charger, an external charger, and 2 batteries for $20 off Amazon. It's a great deal. So the GoPros are back in business as well. So alright guys, I can't wait to get back to the island and turn this on and see what I've been missing, if anything. So it'll be nice to do a comparison, for me myself to do a comparison with the pulse induction machines as opposed to the Minelab Excalibur in my area. I'll be interested to see if I've been missing stuff the whole time. I'm happy with the way the Excaliburs work. I'm not happy with their service department at all, and I never have been. But I know how now to fix their problems, and you stay tuned. I may have a full-time solution for their problems. So we're gonna take these parts and modify them a little bit and see if I can't get my Excaliburs to stop rusting out. That's my main problem with Excaliburs, the connections. Where they connect together always want to rust out. So we're going to use these and see if I can change that. Alright guys, like I said, I hope it turned out, but I got to do the unboxing here and get rid of all the new stuff and throw it in a suitcase and act like I've had it. So I'll see y'all next week sometime.
Okay, look at this. Hey, look at that. Man, I'm excited to be back here. It's a beautiful day. We flew into Texas or Florida and drove, you know, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana up into Texas, and hung out with my sister for a couple days. My girl got her wedding dress resized and all that good jazz. So we really enjoyed Texas, and we really enjoyed Louisiana as well. It was 2 states that were kind of stood out to us. I'm from Florida, in case nobody knows. And was in Georgia for a long time, up around Atlanta and Alpharetta, Dawsonville area. But the people in Louisiana and Texas are just super nice. I don't think there was a place I didn't go that I held the door open for male or female and they say thank you, and you know, it's just super nice states. But anyway, enough of that shit. Try to keep these videos short for you guys. So anyway, as y'all know, I went to Texas and took my unit back to, I found an old Garrett Sea Hunter, or XL 500, 5000. It was old. It was like a 1988 model, I think she said. Long story short, she traded it in for me. She gave me 35% off of their new detectors, and it was kind of too good to pass up. So in my little quick review that I did at the hotel, I said that it would probably be a little heavier with batteries in it. To my surprise, when I was loading everything up, there were batteries already in it. So it came with 8 Energizers, and I decided to mount it in the back on the bottom like this, just to distribute the weight a little better. I did bring the hip mount, and belt is included with it, so I brought that just in case I didn't. I just got busted. My buddy Reagan just realized that I'm back for 1. 2, he doesn't know that I bought me he doesn't know I got a new detector yet. But I did bring the 800 for him, the Excal, so it's in there, he can use it. Anyway, so in case it does kind of start bothering my elbow while I try it out today, I brought the hip mount just in case, so we'll see how it goes. It's a nice unit. It hasn't touched the sand yet. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, hopefully I'll check back in with some gold. I know I'll check back in with bobby pins and bottle caps. But I'm gonna give this one a swing for a while and see if I can't get used to it. See if I can start picking out gold with it. Alright, so I went out with the Excalibur and the Garrett Sea Hunter, and I hit one area first really good with the Excal, which is all this, and then I went back over it with the Garrett. About the same amount of targets. I'm sure the Sea Hunter would have found all this had I gone over it first with the Sea Hunter, but I kind of wanted to see what I was leaving behind. So I went Excalibur first here, and then I went back over it, and all this is the Garrett. Now you'll see all the change. All this is Cayman change. Cayman change has iron inside of it. It's just plated. So the Excalibur has a tendency to ignore this because of the iron. So usually my Excalibur, I don't find a lot of Cayman change because of the iron content. If it's a brand new quarter or dime, it'll find it. But my Excalibur definitely always finds all my American change. So I throw all this in a bucket, and then whenever we go to the States, I drop them in a Coinstar. I had $197 in change for the past, I don't know, probably longer, about 8 months, I guess, worth of change I had accumulated. It was almost $200 in the Coinstar when we went to Texas. So anyway, that's what's happening. I like it. I finally got the Garrett tuned in. Stayed steady. You can swing it pretty quick. It picks up quick. It's good machine. You definitely dig a lot of iron, but I like it. I put it on a different shaft because I like the arm cuff having a strap around it to go around my forearm, and I put it in the belt mount also. So it's nice. I like it. It's a nice machine. I'll probably use it as a backup, or I'll use it for, if I get out to parts of these beaches. Sometimes I come out here and I don't hear anything. It's real quiet. It'd probably be a good thing to grab the Sea Hunter and go back out and try it and see what I'm not hearing. But it's about 10 o'clock Sunday morning, and I'm still trying to get used to being back here on the island. It's hot. I haven't been metal detecting for about 9 days, so it's wearing me out a little quick. I'm surprised that 9 days being off for metal detecting, well, taking me a little bit to get back in it. I think I put about 5 hours in yesterday and today with the Garrett. So it's working, man. It does good. I like it. It's well balanced. I mean, especially with the belt mount. It's light, it's easy to swing, and it's pretty quick. So I'm impressed. So I'm gonna go back out and play for a little bit and see if I can find at least one piece of gold for the weekend. It'd be a nice welcome present. Welcoming me back to Cayman. A little piece of gold would be nice. Reagan just came out here. We sent his machine back into Tesoro, so I'm letting him use one of my Excaliburs. So, alright guys.